Joining us now, Lisa Briggs from the Brewis Company, taking your calls at 270-9933. Any plant or garden questions?
Hi.
Well, good to see you.
Yeah.
You brought some natural air cleaners here.
I did. I just wrote a blog about houseplants as air cleaners, as air filters in your house, and Boston ferns were right up there. And ferns in general, they take formaldehyde out of the atmosphere of your home. So if you've got new carpet or wood furniture. So anyway, it was a really interesting article about a study that NASA did about plants.
I always kill ferns.
They're a little tricky. They need indirect but bright light, so no direct sunlight, and you have to keep them moist. So moisture tray is a good idea. Spray bottle, yeah. Pebbles with a dish of water underneath kind of thing.
That's quite a pumpkin you got there, too.
Yeah, I was carving on Saturday, so I brought one in. It was rolling around in the trunk of my car, so I thought I'd bring it in today.
270-9933, the number to call. We'll take your questions right after this. Lisa Briggs is taking your plant and garden questions. We'll start with Roxanne in Sun Prairie.
Hi.
What's your question?
I was calling. I have a bridal veil, and I'm not sure when do I cut that back. It's like getting gigantic.
Are you talking about the bridal wreath shrub, Roxanne, or the bridal veil kind of tropical plant?
Shrub.
Okay, so bridal wreath is another name for that. You're going to want to prune that in the spring because any pruning that you do now is going to cut off next year's flowers. So the best time to prune it is right after it's done flowering, and then let it go.
All right, good enough. Let's go now to, let's see here, Judy in Rock Springs. Hi, Judy.
Hi, I'm calling about miniature roses. I got a plant for Mother's Day. I put it in the ground. It's not so miniature anymore. It's about 3 feet tall. But I'd like to, and I've had roses all year round, all summer, and I'd like to know what do I do to make that come back next year?
Okay, Judy, what you'll want to do is, the little miniature roses are pretty tough, so they don't really need to be coned. But get yourself a bag of good bark mulch, put it in the garage where it won't freeze. Once the ground is frozen, usually around Thanksgiving, pile up about 8 or 10 inches of bark mulch on the crown of your rose, and then let it go. Don't do any cutting back till next spring.
And no cone.
And it doesn't need a cone.
Okay, we'll go to Michelle now in Belleville. Hi, Michelle. Michelle,
Hi.
you there? Hi, which question?
I have a house new to me.
Okay.
And I have asparagus and red raspberries, and I don't know what to do with them for this fall.
Okay, so your asparagus, once they start to turn yellow, cut them back to about, maybe 2 or 3 inches, and if you can get your hands on some good compost or some manure, you can go ahead and put that on the bed. Your raspberries, are they fruiting now?
Nope, she's gone.
If they're fruiting now, what you want to do is cut them all the way back to the ground. If they fruited earlier this summer, like July, you want to cut back the canes that fruited, and the ones that didn't, leave those alone. Those will have fruit for next year.
Okay, good enough. Let's go to Bob now in Sun Prairie. Hi, Bob.
Hello. I have some Techni arborvitas, and part of them are turning orange. I was wondering...
Is it inside the plant, Bob, or all the way to the outside? Like
inside of the plant.
That's really typical with Techni arborvites. It gets kind of open, and that's what we call fall needle cast. And it's just old needles turning brown and falling off. It doesn't hurt the plant at all.
Okay, that's natural.
That's natural.
All right, Don in Spring Green. Hi, Don.
Hello. In the past, I've tried to overwinter some rosemary plants and been unsuccessful. They turn black and fall off. The advice has been either to water it a lot less or water it more. And I have some new cuttings that came from a outdoor shrub from Portland, Oregon, and put them in pots in the soil in the spring, and they're doing okay. And then some other cuttings that I've cut more recently and put it in water, and they're starting to root. These are special because the rosemary plant came from the front yard of my granddaughter, Rosemary.
Okay.
Bob, I'm going to put you on hold because we're out of time here, and Lisa will talk to you off the air. So you're on hold, so hang on there.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you're on the line, stay there. We'll talk to you off the air.